Hey yo, am I seen? Am I heard? Let me know something. What's happening? How goes it, everybody? Oh, headphones sound a little strange. Nothing crazy, but just a little strange. Hold on. Bring that down just a taste. Yeah, that's better. That better. All right. But let me know how I'm sounding, everybody. Let me know what's going on. Who we got in the building early and often? Who we got up in here? My dog and in the building, man. What's up with you, man? Appreciate you pulling up, dog. Hope everything good on the home front for you. My dog J089492979894 in the building. What's up with you, man? Yeah, man, got the peeps up in here, man. Got the peeps up in here, man. Much love, much love. Throw myself up on my monitor. There we go. Now we cooking. Now we cooking. Audio on point. I love it. Much appreciated, y'all. My dog Killer in the building. What's up with you, man? First time here. Who that? I that. Me that. I'm who I am. Who that? Who that first timer? What's up with you? Appreciate you pulling up, man. Hit that like and sub, man. You know, don't let it be your last time here, man. Yeah, I that. I be Jet. See me bring my air down, 'cause I know it's about to get toasty up in here, All right, now we good. But yo, say Ardak, what's going on with you? Yeah, I appreciate all the feedback. The feedback y'all been giving me been invaluable. You know what I'm saying? To Arda. Okay, Arda. Okay. German brother. Appreciate you pulling up. Yeah, one of my favorite basketball players of all time is from your country. Pleasure to meet you. Yeah, Killer Jay, how y'all living, man? Arda, how you living, brother? How's it going over there on your side of the world, player? Usually start off our streams with you know, having my little caffeinated beverage, you know. Grandma, what? Hey yo, James, are you unwell, sir? Are you unwell, sir? Are you good? Just pop up in here saying grandma. What is it? What's that even supposed to mean? Like, what we supposed to do with that? I'm gonna need you to tighten up, bro. Yeah, Jane's already in here on Jay and shit. Already. That good, fam. Trying to see if the Knicks can close it out. Man, hey man. I won't know. Oh man. What's up, Knickerbocker? How goes it? Good luck to your team tonight. Good luck to your team. Said Dirk the GOAT. There we go. There we go. That's my guy. That's my guy. Say Grant, you said, oh, you didn't type it, huh? Okay. Okay. So this that just came up out of nowhere. That's just there for no reason, huh, James? You just framed again, huh, James? That's your story? That's what we doing? That's what it is? So you saying you didn't type that? That ain't you. That ain't you right there. Wait, hold on. Right there. That ain't you? That ain't you. Okay, all right. You got it. All right, bro. That's how we starting off Saturday. All right, bet. You got it, James. You got it, bro. That's how we starting it off. Bet. I feel you. Word. Yeah, you ain't type it. You ain't type it. But everybody in here saw it. Everybody saw it. You know? What's happening with you, bro? I ain't fan of either. Just want to see New York people wild out. They're gonna lose their minds, bro. They gonna lose their minds, bro. Said it auto corrected. I mean, hey man, we ought to fell victim to it. Say we got some ghost keyboards. Apparently, man. We got ghost typists, man. We got ghost typists. Yeah, apparently, man. That's what's happening. Oh, and I noticed yesterday. Well, I mean mainly yesterday, but there'd be times when my mic would just mysteriously just like cut down for some reason, or just cut certain phrases out. So far, has that been better? Has that been better today? Let me know. I know we still early in the joint, but just please let me know. That facts killer. I want to see the Knicks kiss the ring when the owner makes them go to the White House. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, man. I don't rock with the Knicks for part of that reason, man. Part of that reason. I hate them for that, man. Like, wait, the way they do my boy Oak, man. They don't do my boy Oakley right, Yeah, man. I just feel like Jim Dolan's a lame, bro. James keyboard work for Drake. That's crazy. Said right now it hasn't done it. Okay, bet, cool. I think I might have fixed it. Like Elgato has this and I'm only saying this because there have been several people like in our community that is either A, bought this product already, or B, about to buy this product and expressed interest. I know Jay, you being one of them. There's this plugin. There's this plugin that actually it's free if you have an Elgato XLR Pro, or if you buy one of their audio interfaces like the XLR dock or the Wave XLR microphone, or the Wave what's it called? Wave XLR just audio interface. Anyway, it comes with this plugin called Voice Focus, where it's like AI noise cancellation, and it's decent. It's decent in itself. See, it automatically just turned all the way up by itself. I hate that. But be very mindful of applying that effect, and how strong you set it, because while it's designed to remove noise, it can also remove, elements of your vocal performance. So be careful of that. Be careful of that. But yeah, I have mine set all the way to the weakest setting. I still have it activated because it is an effective tool. I don't know how many of y'all have used NVIDIA Broadcast, but it's similar to NVIDIA Broadcast, but it's Elgato's version where they use AI to remove a whole lot of, like, you know, room noise and focus in on your voice a little bit more, make your voice sound a little cleaner. But sometimes your voice can be a casualty of some of the things that it eliminates. And I noticed that happened once or twice doesn't. You say it's on the market now. I know you got yours early. Yeah. It came out, I believe it became available publicly on June 3rd. I know, yeah, I got mine in May, but I think it became available publicly June 3rd. So, you know, anybody can purchase it now. But yeah, be mindful if you're using voice focus on how strong you have that effect, you know, turned up. I have it turned all the way down to the lowest setting that you can set it on before deactivating it completely, which is, I believe, 70%, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I have it turned down to 70%, which, you know, means it's still working, but it's at the weakest of its, you know, available setting. Yeah. I started paying closer attention to it when I heard Kuroshi mention it one time. But yeah, on today's stream, it's gonna be a little bit more just laid back. We're gonna be talking about a little bit of whatever. You know, I got a few topics that we can talk about loosely, but it ain't nothing crazy. Ain't nothing crazy going on, you know what I mean? I know myself and Ant were talking about, you know, the possibilities being endless as far as Street Fighter VI guest characters, and then, you know, just started, you know, getting my mind racing a little bit on what the possibility of future guest characters in Street Fighter could be, since it seems like Pandora's box is absolutely open now. You know, could be anybody, you know, anybody. Could come from, you know, any universe, really. Any universe. Say you've been racking your brain about it also? Okay. Yo, I look forward to hearing some of y'all ideas, man. Said Mega Man would be crazy. Mega Man would be crazy. That if he wins a round, he steals an ability from you. Like that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. I don't know how I would feel about that. I don't know how I'd feel, man. Like that's somebody you like, a character that you just have to steamroll, you know. That's a character that you just have to steamroll. That don't be Akuma. Exactly. Man, you have Mega Man up here doing raging demons out here, man. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Mega Man doing air fireballs and raging demons, man. That'd be wild. But yeah, I thought about, hey yo, hey killer, it ain't right if it ain't. Come on now. There we go. That's better. I've also, like, I know I mentioned it yesterday, but I think, you know, like my main pick that I still would like to see potentially in a Street Fighter game, I think would be really cool is like Albert Wesker. You know, I think Wesker would be crazy. Like I know he's Capcom, he's, you know, just a Capcom property, but I think he would be so dope. Man, it's a lot of possibilities, but it's just like, you know, like what are some fits? What would be some really good fits that would be good for Street Fighter? Troubleshooter from DN. Yo, man, I will block you. I will block you, Ant. Okay. Troubleshooter shouldn't even been in DNF, let alone another fighting game. I will block you on everything, sir. How about that? I hated that character, man. I hated him. I hated Hitman. Oh man, I hated those characters. And I hated Swiftmaster. That was like the all right. You see, Swiftmaster would have been the only thing worse. I hated Swiftmaster so much. Oh, Mr. Crab, what up? Appreciate it. Appreciate the love. Yeah, appreciate the love. I don't know why my alert didn't go off though. That's weird. But yeah, Mr. Crab, I appreciate the sub up. That's real. That's real. Hit the like on the video. Make sure you're not a stranger around these parts, you know? One thing I just want to say, you know, like while we're talking about, you know, like new subs and additions to the community, man, shout out to everybody, you know, like in the recent months, man. Y'all really been, you know, been holding the community down, holding the spot down, man. And we've been growing, man. We've been growing a lot, man. I feel like in the last like 3 months, man, we didn't gain like 60 people that have come through here, man. And I'm not a person that counts numbers, but I do, you know, I do acknowledge what the meaning behind the numbers, man. And I do appreciate the fact that people, you know, willing to hit that button for your boy, man. Hit them buttons, spend that time, whatever it is, man. I appreciate y'all. And when we hit that magic number, when we hit that half a G, man, we gonna do something cool. We're gonna do something cool for it, man. Once your boys start being able to, you know, get super chats and all that, man, we're gonna do something. We're gonna do something dope, man. We're gonna do something dope. So I just want to say I appreciate y'all, man. You know, like, man, my day ones, man, you know, Ant, you know, J08949792, the Block Boys, you know, man, everybody, man, too many people to name, but y'all know who y'all are, man. I appreciate y'all. You know, we're gonna do something solid, and I don't want to do anything like, you know, a giveaway can be a thing, but you know, I want to, like, I know certain people, like there's gonna be certain people that I specifically, you know, acknowledge and look out for and, you know, give back, you know. Yeah, man. So we'll do some type of giveaway. We'll do something cool, but I also want to do something to specifically acknowledge the people that's here 10 toes down with your boy. I don't want to make y'all feel like y'all gotta win something for me to acknowledge y'all, man. Nah. We gonna do some dope shit for y'all. But you know, that'll probably be towards like the end of the year. You know, probably towards the end of the year. Says since they're catering to a younger audience, I think they're gonna get in that anime bag. They could. They very well could. So I think I also think we will see more characters with weapons. Maybe. 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 I mean, like, if we see more characters with weapons, that opens it up a lot more. That opens it up a lot more. I mean, we've already seen like Zeku was in Street Fighter V, and that's like, you know, that's like having a Strider guest character. I mean, like he could literally turn into Strider. So possibly. Said Goku confirmed for Street Fighter VI. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. Jack, no, we're not, sir. Okay, we are not. We are not due for no damn Skull Mania, sir. Dan, Skull Mania? Skull Mania, sir? Absolutely not. Oh man, Skull Mania, sir? Skull Mania? About to turn me into Allen Iverson, man. We talking about Skull Mania, man? You talking about Skull Mania? You talking about Skull Mania, man? The Akira or Major from Ghost in the Shell. See, I'm not an anime watcher, so I'm gonna have to look these characters up. Akuma made it to Tekken. One of them, Heihachi, and that's the thing. I originally thought that we were gonna see a Tekken character. I originally thought we were gonna see a Tekken character. Like once the floodgates were open and we started crossing SNK characters, I thought a Tekken character was the next progression. I wouldn't have thought Tifa. I would have thought, you know, like, all right, now we about to get Kazuya or something like that. Like we're gonna get Kazuya, we're gonna get Jin. Or if they wanted to introduce a grappler, you know, like we ended up getting Alex eventually. But like, man, like King would be dope. Like King would have been fire. Yeah, but I mean, like it's a lot of different, you know, a lot of Tekken characters would have been dope. A lot of Tekken characters would be fire. So I feel it in the air. Hey man, I don't know, hey man. We need to put a gas mask on you then, bro. That's some toxic air that you breathing in right now, baby. Said King with Drive Rush. I'm deleting the game. That's a fact. That's a fact. Said Tekken got 2 Final Fantasy characters. Why not give the best one to Street Fighter? You're not wrong. You're not wrong. That's a fact. That's a fact. No objections. No objections. You know, but there's a slight difference. There's a slight difference because, pardon me, I'm hitting the mic and all that. But there's a slight difference, right? When Tekken 7 came out, the mainline Final Fantasy that was you know, running parallel was Final Fantasy 15. They got Noctis. I still think Noctis is a dope character too. Not just in Tekken, but just in general. I like Noctis. I'm one of the people like in the minority that actually like Final Fantasy 15 for what it was. And then when Tekken 8 came out, they got Clive. Again, mainline Final Fantasy that's running concurrently with the release of Tekken, of the current Tekken on the market. This, including Tifa, you're introducing a legacy character, a legacy character that's had like 30 years of fandom behind them. Like 30 years of fandom behind this character. Like it's a different type of fandom. Like the Tekken community would have known the difference. They would have seen the difference between Tifa's inclusion and those other two characters. No, not to Final Fantasy 15 or 16, but they're not 7. They're not 7. And those two characters are not Tifa. They're not Cloud. They're not Sephiroth. They're not Vincent. They're not the Turks. Like there's a certain level of like reverence that Final Fantasy VII has as an entry in that series that's just completely different. It's completely different. So the fact that Street Fighter 6 nabbed Tifa, and the writing was on the wall, and I had mentioned this again. Everybody, you know, folks like to discredit the boy's crystal ball, but I said that it would not shock me that Tifa was being included because there's a clear working partnership between Capcom and Square Enix due to the fact that they had the Monster Hunter collaboration. And on top of that, Alex has a Final Fantasy VII reference in his moveset. Now, granted, it's because Kenny Omega is also a Final Fantasy VII fan who did all the motion capture for Alex. But when Alex does the one winged angel, which is one of, you know, Kenny Omega's special moves or signature moves in real life, a black wing comes out. That is a clear Final Fantasy VII reference, and that did not need to be included. That did not need to be included. It was included for a reason. So the writing's on the wall. Season 6 Morrigan, I wouldn't count that out. I wouldn't count that out at all. Because I mean, Morrigan is a Shoto. Morrigan is literally a Shoto. She's the Shoto of Darkstalkers. I wouldn't doubt that at all. I think, you know, honestly, I think Morrigan is probably one of the more like, if we're going just all the way out the box, that's pretty close to the box, even though it's outside of it. It's pretty close to the box. So I wonder if Capcom is still doing deals with Bandai Namco. I believe Capcom's doing deals with everybody. Capcom, who has Capcom not been dealing with? Let's talk about that. Like, nobody's off the board now. Ain't nobody off the board now. I mean, let's think just like in the last few years, right? We have seen Capcom doing deals with wrestlers. We've been seeing Capcom do deals with Square Enix, with SNK. Like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I mean, who aren't they dealing with? You know, like I believe anybody with a commodity, man, is welcome at, you know, Capcom's table, at least for a conversation. So that's why I say Goku. See, that's the thing. Like, it seemed like these super powered characters, like these characters that have like superpowers, they seem like they'd be better fit for another game. Because like when you start saying like, oh, I want to put in Goku, or I want to put in like Sora, you have to power scale. Like Tifa fits because like the essence of her moveset is all based around martial arts. She doesn't really have superpowers. She doesn't have superpowers for real. Like that's why like Cloud or Sephiroth would have been difficult. Tifa makes sense because she's a martial artist in a game that's based around, you know, I mean, it's exaggerated martial arts, but It's based around hand-to-hand fighting. It's based around that. You know, of course you have projectiles and the such and all that, but the essence of it is not based around like superpowers. Exactly. Yeah, Goku is not grounded enough. Yeah, like Goku is it's too exaggerated. It's too exaggerated. You know, it's either that or he can't be Goku. He can't be Goku if you put him in Street Fighter, because you have to power scale him, or you make him more busted than Akuma. You know. Said Krillin or Young. See, that's the thing. At that point, who wants to buy that? Who wants to buy that person? Like, nobody want that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, you want him to sell too. You want him to sell. Yo, Bats, what's going on? Soup. Are you hungry, sir? Are you hungry? Said Street Fighter already has Dan. It's not different, and Dan should not be there. Like that is not an argument, Ant. Stop anting. Stop anting, sir. Okay. Say YouTube is doing it again. All right, Bats. I hear you, bro. I hear you, man. Yup. You being targeted by YouTube again, huh? Them boys at you, huh? Them boys is at you, huh, Bats? I'm hungry. Yo, low key, man. I can eat too. Arcade. I can eat too. How you living, bro? Appreciate you pulling up, dog. Everybody that's on YouTube, man, if you don't mind, please hit the like button. Cost you nothing, I promise. If you don't believe me, check your bank account before and after. I promise the same number will be there. You know what I'm saying? So you seen what it did before? I don't remember that, Beth. I don't remember. I think I remember you typing soup. I think I remember you tuning up your voice to get ready to sing, man. Saying that me up in there, man. Yeah, I think that's what I don't remember. I don't remember that other part, Bass. I don't remember. A little foggy. Say I'm great. Probably should take a nap. We're gonna rock out for a minute. Hey man. If you need to take a nap, man, that's all good, man. We probably still be going when you get up, man. When you wake up, man, refreshed. Probably still be going. Oh, low key. Let me plug in my phone. Don't want it dying on me. All right. There we go. All right. Said, do you got both Capcom fighting collections? There were some games with characters I thought they could pull from. I don't have both. I don't have both. I still need to buy the second one. Yeah. I still need to buy the second one. It keeps slipping my mind. But yeah, like, I mean, there are a lot of characters that were in some of those games that I would have put in Marvel vs. Capcom, like Power Stone characters. Like, for example, like I would have absolutely put like Edward Falcon or Rouge or Wang Tang. Man, Wang Tang would have been my guy in Marvel, man. Man, Wang Tang would have been my guy. But I always like saw them as like Marvel versus Capcom characters more so than anything. And that's the thing, like a lot of the characters that I think of, like I'm thinking about the fact that we would have to power scale them to Street Fighter standards, you know, whereas opposed, like we have like Marvel versus Capcom, you can make them as exaggerated as possible or as you want to be, you know. There we go. So this game called Red Earth. It has some cool characters I thought could work. So I need to buy the second one too. I was supposed to have got it for Power Stone. Yeah, same. Said we might get Sign Water Volcom. Yo. I mean, nothing's off the table, bro. Nothing's off the table. I feel like anything could be in there, man. Anything could go in there. I mean, we got the Ninja Turtles in Injustice, and we also got the Ninja Turtles in a what do they call it? Collaboration deal with Street Fighter. You know, I really feel like anything is possible now. Anything is possible. Like with these new directors, because Street Fighter 6 has, you know, like new directors. Now they came on at the end of Street Fighter 5, but this is their first entry that they've, you know, launched under their new direction, and they're doing it their way now. They're doing it their way, and they're adopting a whole lot of modern sensibilities when it comes to like guest characters, when it comes to, you know, being a little bit more flexible with what their final roster could be, you know. So it could legitimately be anyone. So some people say anything is possible. Yeah, man. That's a fact. That's a fact. I don't say that because Hennessy is the devil. But some people do say that. Some people do. Hennessy is the devil, though. I can't do it. But yeah, it's a lot of possibilities. It's a lot of possibilities. But one thing, like, you have to kind of like think about, like, as you, who's buying it? Who would be buying these characters, for one? Because they're not doing it just for the sake of doing it. They want to do it to, you know, increase outreach on their product, you know. So who would be buying these characters? Like, does it make sense to put this character in your game? Leon, I know Ann had brought that up yesterday. He had brought up Leon. Yeah, I think Leon makes a lot of sense. Like, I brought up Wesker. You know, I think Wesker would have been fire. But, you know, he might be, you know, in that, you know, Marvel versus Capcom character, you know, category too. Like, power scaling Wesker might be too difficult of a job. Like, Leon could make more sense. And like, he probably would have a little bit more outreach in modern day times. Chris, Jill, and Wesker were in MVC. Yes, Chris, Jill, Wesker, and Nemesis. Yeah, Resident Evil was well represented. Yo, QB in the building. Was I'm with you. Appreciate you pulling up, sis. How you living out there? Hope everything good with you. But yeah, Chris, Jill, Wesker, and Nemesis were all in Marvel 3. And if we count like the modded scene, Leon was eventually added via mods. Who else was anybody else from Resident Evil added? Hunk was added via, yeah, he was added via mods. I think that's everybody. Oh, you know what? Via mods, Heisenberg from Resident Evil 8 was he's just added. Like, I just saw that he was added today, like a couple hours ago, which is cool. I think they need to add, Lady Dimitris, if you ask me. But I mean, hey, we making progress. I think we'll eventually get there. But I think Lady Dimitris need to be there. You know what I mean? Put the queen in the game. Put the queen in the game. You know what I'm talking about? But yes, there's a lot of Resident Evil representation in Marvel vs. Capcom. So you just gonna say that? Oh, come on now. Come on. Hey, man. I would have rather had Lady Dimitris than Heisenberg, but Heisenberg is cool too. I like Heisenberg. But Lady Dimitris is Lady Dimitris. You know what I'm saying? I like her performer as well. Like Maggie Robertson is like, she seems like a really dope person. But yeah, man. Like that's a difficult line to kind of like toe. Because they have a franchise for overpowered characters already. So who do you add that has that fits Street Fighter without being a overpowered superhero person? Because the overpowered superhero person could just be in Marvel vs. Capcom. So like how do you walk that line? That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Because like of all the fighting games, Street Fighter is more one of like it leans towards the, it's more tame. It's not as exaggerated as Mortal Kombat is. Tekken is also, but I mean I'm thinking like 2D fighters. Street Fighter is, it's just a little bit more, it's more practical. It's more practical. Now, of course, you have guys, like doing somersault kicks with, sonic waves coming out of them, and, Bison, engulfing himself in energy and torpedoing himself towards you. Like, of course, there's exaggerated things, but it is, it's more grounded than a Marvel vs. Capcom game. Where people are just, throwing each other 50 feet into the air and hitting their opponent 17 times before they send them back down to the ground. Said Will Smith or Kai Cenat. Yo, I would retire from fighting games if that happened. I would retire from fighting games if Kai Cenat was put in a Street Fighter game. I would never play fighting games again, ever. Will Smith, it depends on the iteration of Will Smith. If Mike Lowry in the game, all right, you know what I'm saying? My boy Mike Lowry in. All right, man. I ain't fuck with it. I ain't fuck with it. Mike Lowry in the game. But, you know, I need to know which Will we talking about. You can't just say Will Smith. Can't just say Will Smith. That the one that slapped Chris? Nah, man. That's red table talk. Nah, that red table talk, Will. Nah, man, he gotta go. I would retire from fighting games, QB. Can't do it. Can't do it. That's red table talk. Man, we need Mike Lowry. We need, man, if it ain't Mike Lowry, man, it's gonna be a bit of a problem. There's level 3, keep my wife name out. Yo, that's crazy. That put Train in the game so she can get beat up. We won't even play. Yo, that's the thing, man. That's the thing, man. Yeah, man. Like, so she can get slapped up in game like she gets slapped up, you know. Like she gets slapped up in all the games she play. First Bad Boys Will Smith. See that? Yeah, man. Mike Lowry. Yeah, that's classic Mike Lowry. Classic Mike Lowry. Yeah, for sure. For sure. And since we talking about it, man, First Bad Boys, man. First Bad Boys, man. That was when Martin was full-blown Martin, man. I love Martin regardless, man, but that was when Martin was, man, everybody know Bad Boys 1 Martin was different. Bad Boys 1 Martin was the GOAT, man. Untouchable. Train level 3 is getting flued out. That is crazy work. Yo, man. Yo, that is crazy. Yo, man. Yo, man. That is wild. Train level 3 is whipping out the boarding pass, man, getting on the plane, man. That's crazy. That first Bad Boys was too funny. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. I love the first two. Like the first two were both great. Both of them were great. You know. And Martin was hilarious. He was hilarious in the second one too. He was hilarious in the second one. But that first one though, that's when he was like Martin. You know. It was like you took Martin Payne out of Detroit, out of that apartment building, and put him in Miami. That was that Martin. That was the insane Martin Payne Martin right there, man. They just let him cuss. That thing about it, you see, yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. These Spirit Airlines flying out of nowhere. That's crazy. Hey, I got flew out by my favorite rapper. That will like that it has been like 5 or 6 years. It's been like 5 or 6 years since that happened. Like that's still one of like, that's a go-to right there. That's a go-to right there. But you know, I'm only gonna elbow drop Train if she's in the building. So I'm gonna let Train live for now until she shows up. Then we got an elbow drop. You know, I ain't. And for those who don't know, I mean, I'm not gonna put, you know, too much of her business out in the street, but you know, Train, you know, she been a little bit out the box lately because she's moving, you know, she's moving right now. She's moving to a new place, you know, which is good for her, you know. Yeah, she doing her thing right now. So, you know, shout out to her. First Bad Boys is great. Absolutely. Yo, man. Man, Martin was in rare form, man. He was in rare form, man. Man, Skinny Martin in Bad Boys 1 was just, man. He was untouchable, bro. He was untouchable. Oh yeah. Oh no. That's always. That's always, and yeah, train the homie. Train the homie for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna let her live. I'm gonna let her live till she get here, and then, you know, and we just got to go to the top rope. We just got to go to the top rope. That's the way it go. Yeah. I just thought, you know, like that guest character conversation was pretty interesting, because it seems like everybody and their mama is doing guest characters now. Like, I feel like every single fighting game that comes out is gonna have a guest character associated with it now. That's just what we, you know, that's just the day and age we in now. So we can pick on her, but nobody else. Exactly. That's the rules. That's the rules. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, that's our job. That's our job. His snapback one-liners, man. He was the best, man. He was the best, man. Yeah, man. I might have to watch Bad Boys 1 again, man. Every now and then, man. I just gotta brush up, man. I gotta remember old Martin, man. I gotta remember old Martin. So I hope this season of Street Fighter, the characters they introduce are good. We don't know what to expect from these new characters. They could be very dope. They could be very dope, man. I'm willing to give them a chance, man. I'm willing to give them a chance because, I mean, like, so far the roster has been, you know, it's giving me a lot of different characters that I like. You know, I got Bison, I got Cammy, I got Crimson Viper. I have man, I have enough characters that I like, man. Like, let them start experimenting. That's fine by me. That's fine by me. I ain't greedy about it. Yeah, start experimenting. So I'm thinking positive on it. I am too. So we'll see Jasmine soon in August. We're gonna see her before that. I believe we're gonna see her at Evo. We're gonna see something there. Yeah, we gonna see something in a couple weeks. Yeah. Which brings us, you know, to Evo. Less than 2 weeks away, you know? Less than 2 weeks away. Where it looks like we'll probably be getting our last Tokon trailer and probably an open beta announcement. I don't know when it will be, but I would imagine it will probably be, you know, like not too much long after Evo is. Say, get it right. What type of archetype do we need? None. I feel like all archetypes have kind of been covered. I think now just at this point, like, just throw in characters that you think are cool. You know, throw in characters that you think are cool, but I feel like all archetypes have been covered, unless you want to talk about like, you know, like you want to have a boxer in the game. I mean, if you want to throw a boxer in the game, cool. But I feel like all the archetypes have kind of been covered, to be honest. I don't feel like we need any. Said, can't wait for Tokon. I've become more and more excited about it. You know, after that last trailer, I'll say after the last 2 trailers, because the Hulk looks really cool. You know, like the villain trailer kind of like overshadowed it a little bit, like to the point where it's like, man, like I had to go back and actually look at that Hulk trailer again. Hulk looks really cool, and Black Panther, Shuri actually looks really dope too. Shuri looks dope, like from a gameplay standpoint, like her design is fire. So I'm looking forward to, you know, seeing what people can do with them. But man, that villain trailer, man, that villain trailer was next level. That villain trailer was crazy. You know, said Carnage sold me. Carnage looks insane, bro. Like all of them look crazy. All of them look crazy. Man, like Green Goblin looks nuts, bro. Green Goblin looks nuts. Like I feel like, you know, like Magneto, I'll be able to do a whole lot of, you know, like trickery. I'll be able to do some spiral shit with Magneto, man. Like I like that. Just putting things on screen, you know, frustrating people, driving people crazy, you know what I'm saying? Doing, you know, just doing jet shit, you know what I'm saying? I'll be able to do a little bit with that, you know, but man, Carnage and Green Goblin look nuts too. Carnage and Green Goblin look nuts. And you know the crazy thing? Carnage looks a lot like how he looked when they modded him into into Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Like if I booted up my my modded version of Marvel 3, he has a lot of that stuff. It really looked like they just kind of like copied the modders homework and just, you know, tripled the budget into the artwork. But man, he looks insane. The Carnage Shark is crazy. The Carnage Shark, like the art on it. The art on it looks so cool, man. The art on it looks insane. Say it reminds me of Berserker and DNF. I can see that. That's a fair comparison. So I'm looking to play Wolverine, Carnage, Hulk, and one more, hopefully on the last reveal. I ain't mad at that. There ain't no M in that game. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that game plays exactly like DNF. You have 1-button specials. Yeah. Yeah, you got 1-button specials and auto combos. Yeah, man, that game is based around M controls. It's so based around M controls that the manual inputs are actually difficult to input. Like, man, try doing a Dragon Punch input on Tokon. It discourages you. I hate it. I hope the input reading is better. The funny thing is I play better on that game, Jay. Said the setups with Green Goblin gonna make me rage. Yo, I look forward to it. Can't wait. Said Fatal Fury, I use arcade controls. I don't know why I can't use them in Street Fighter, because you don't try to. You know? That's why. You don't say you can't and won't are two different things, sir. So I'm all in for that Tokon roster. I like it. And that, I mean, And that's before we see this final trailer at Evo. You know, I mean, they usually save the best for last. Like if they have something bigger than this, bigger than what they've shown, hey, I think we get Deadpool. I think, you know, like we get Deadpool, we get Wanda, you know, could be Blade, you know, could be Moon Knight, could be Punisher, could be, you know, but I believe one of these last characters is gonna be Deadpool. So I got a custom to M control, so I can't go back. Fraud. You sicken me. You sicken me. You hear that? Hear that, Ant? You sicken me, sir. You know? Terrible. Terrible. Do you think they're gonna keep, let's see, do you think they're gonna keep going left character? What do you mean? Said Howard the Duck. Said, of course, fraud. I live near Atlanta. Scam Central. Yo, that's crazy. That's wild work. That Howard the Duck, man, that motherfucker is not showing up, sir. Man, y'all stop saying that. Like, no, won't be there. Won't be there. Won't be there. That's what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Goodness. Trying to will some bullshit into existence, bro. The fuck? What's with the Howard hate? He had the second best Marvel movie. Better than Blade. The next trailer, he's front and center. Yeah, right. Including more of the usual characters on the roster. Oh, I believe so. I believe so. I mean, I think there are more than a lot of, you know, more than the lot of usual characters that could still be on the roster. You know, there's still so many X-Men that could be included. There's still, you know, Thor has not been included. Venom, like you have like newcomers that could be, you know, included in the game. Like you could throw Loki in the game now. Like you could throw Daredevil in the game. Blade, you know, Blade was mentioned. Like he could be thrown into the game. Like there are so many characters that have not been included in these types of games that could finally make their debut. Scarlet Witch will be there, you know. They know he didn't watch the Harder Duck movie, man. He shouldn't. highlight that thing. When 100% facts are spoken, I highlight that. I highlight that. Is Cyclops a season DLC? I don't know. Maybe. I think depending on his presentation, he absolutely could be. Sure. I think he could be. Sure. Yeah. I mean, I think he has a high enough profile to, to headline a season. I think he has enough of a profile. Like I think Cyclops could highlight a season. I think, Thanos. You start talking about Thanos. You start talking about, Cyclops. Deadpool could. Venom could. Like there's so many characters that could highlight and be a season seller. Gambit. Gambit with his recent popularity, especially if you pair Gambit and Rogue together. I mean, considering it is a team-based game, if you pair Gambit and Rogue together, I think that would sell a season. The Fantastic Four. The Fantastic Four have not been included in this game at all. The Fantastic Four have not been included in a major Marvel fighting game, period. And it's a 4v4. It's a 4v4 game. There are a lot of possibilities. Say, hear me out. Legion be dope, but he ain't he's not gonna be a seller. He's not gonna be the one you put out front and try and sell the season. He'd be potentially strongest character out of the season. But that's not the one. That's not the one you put out front. You got to have that A-list character to lead. To lead the season. Like it's either got to be a very, very high profile character in general, or a really, really cool character that people have wanted to see in a fighting game for a very long time. Like, for example, Blade. Like if you had somebody like Nightcrawler, like if Nightcrawler all of a sudden gets announced, like that would go crazy. It has to be one of those two things. Like if you're not bringing a character that has long been requested, you just got to go high profile. You got to go high profile. Says so characters people know: Luke Cage, Jessica Jones. I think those are right under that tier that we're talking about. I think they have a dope chance of making it. I think they have a good chance of making the game. I don't know if they would be headliners for a season though. Like if you're determining people that, characters that would headline a season, like do we go with Cyclops or do we go with Luke Cage? Do we go with Venom or do we go with Jessica Jones? Do we go with, Deadpool? Do we go with, Thanos? Do we go with Loki? Do we go like these other characters that have a way, way higher profile that, he said, I keep naming B-sides, and B-sides are cool. I rock with the B-sides. I'm thinking that, we're just talking about characters that would sell a season. Because the question started out was like, do we think Cyclops would be like a season seller? I think potentially he could be. I think he potentially could be. I look at Cyclops in that class, even though I just don't like the character. I think he's a bitch, but he is a popular bitch. You know what I mean? He's a popular one. You know. Yeah, like, you know, like we start talking about Cyclops, you know, Deadpool. I think Daredevil could. Thor. Like you need like high profiles. Thanos, you know. Said they hate Jean Grey already. I think Phoenix toes that line. He's already selling it for rivals. I mean, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it, especially with the, you know, with the recent surge that they put behind marketing Cyclops. I don't doubt it. I think Jean Grey could be too. I think Jean Grey could if they market the Phoenix side of her. Yeah. I think there are a lot of characters that are capable of highlighting a season based on, you know, just depending on how they're presented and what the characters actually are. Because again, I'll go back, you know, it's like being a long time Marvel versus Capcom player and this versus series in general. Like I started out playing X-Men Children of the Atom and it made my way all the way through Marvel Infinite. There were certain characters that never made it that we just always wanted to see, and as a fan base, you know, like the Nightcrawlers and, you know, Blade, Daredevil, you know, characters like that never made it in. Like seeing those characters would be really dope. So I think that would bring a certain amount of hype. If in the event that you decide, you know, you don't want to go like full A-lister, you don't want to have Deadpool just highlight the season. It has to be somebody that people that play tag-based Marvel games for a very, very long time never got to play, but always wanted to. I think that's the only other direction that you can go if you don't go the popular character approach. You know, it has to be somebody that'll instantly resonate with legacy players. And honestly, there are a lot of those characters too. It's a lot of those characters that, you know, that fit that. So what all the characters they have already, because I was going to say Doctor Strange. I think Doctor Strange could. Yeah, for sure. I think Doctor Strange would be a good fit. Especially if they make him look cool. If they have him like doing some crazy. Absolutely, I think Strange could fit. Yeah, and honestly, I mean, before they said that, you know, Ghost Rider's team wasn't going to be the Midnight Suns, I would have thought that, you know, perhaps that might have been, you know, how they throw Strange into the game, but I don't know. Maybe Strange is going to be DLC, but I'm almost certain Strange will be in the game eventually, if he's not already. Yeah, if Strange isn't in it already, he will be. Said you need Strange because he could stop all that Doom shit. Guys, God, you're annoying. I mean, we haven't seen Wanda yet. We have not seen Wanda yet. Yeah, we have not seen her yet, man. That's the only reason why I'm like, I want to play the villain team, but at the same time, I do want to see what I want to see what Scarlet Witch end up looking like. Scarlet Witch could be fire. And, you know, like I still took a liking to, you know, to Danger also. But I'm very eager to see Wanda. I'm very eager to see her. I mean, I'm trying to think like characters that could like neutralize Doom. I mean, Hulk. Like just armor through all this bullshit. I mean, like for real, like, I mean, I believe Hulk and Wolverine both have armor. Like, probably just armor through Doom. Like, I'm really thinking about like right now, like how I will play around those characters. It's like it really looks like, you know, like a fully leveled up Hulk, man, with just absorbs whatever you're doing and just punches you in the fucking face, man. Like, you know, it's terrible. It's terrible. I hate it. But I mean, just looking at Hulk, man, he looks like Broly. He looks like Broly from Fighters, Z Broly, or both Brolys, honestly, both of them. But I like that. I like that. But yeah, don't count out the fact that Wanda could be a good neutralizer for all that. You may not necessarily need Doctor Strange. Said, be right back. Got to make a store run. Do your thing, player. Be safe out there, player. Bring me back a bottle of something, man. Say, yeah. I have no clue what you're saying, yeah, too, but yeah, for sure. I appreciate the backup, man. That's like a like on my statement right there. I like that. Yeah. Feel free to throw all your ad libs in that you need to, Bats. Yeah, man. Throw them ad libs in back there for me, man. Back me up, dog. But yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to finding out what we get. Because more likely than not, we get that open beta. We get that open beta announcement because it's gonna happen next month. It's gonna happen. So more likely than not, it gets announced at Evo with the last trailer, you know, with the last character trailer, and you know we start prepping towards that, man, seeing what's going on. But that's gonna be a lot of fun. Like you said, Bats, man, just figuring out, like, you know, just figuring out how it feels in hand, you know, with all these changes that, you know, that people have been talking about for months, man. It's gonna be nice to just get all this in hand. So I was agreeing with the Broly comparison. Oh, for sure. Yeah. Hulk is the Brolys, man. Which I love, by the way. Like, in my very, very, very limited time that I played Fighters, Z Broly was on my team. Which is weird because, like, he's like the only like big body character I ever played. I feel like I don't feel like I ever played another big body character ever. I mean, like, unless you consider like Nightmare from Soul Calibur. Like I did play Nightmare. Yeah, no one else. See, I might end up learning that entire roster. I mean, the roster ain't that big. Roster ain't that big, man. You'll be able to do that early on. You'll be able to do that early on. Hey, man, you picking it up day one, man. You can do it. You can do it. Yeah, man, you picking it up at the right time to learn the entire roster, man. I mean, they talking about, supporting this game for 10 years. Just like, they said that before even, Capcom came out, saying that about Street Fighter. But they're talking about, supporting this game for 10 years. So if they drop in 4 characters per year, that's another 40 characters, which means this game is going to have 60 damn characters in it. So, you don't learn the whole roster, man. You got to start at year 1 when the roster's at its smallest, and you got to grow with it. So I'm just loving what they're doing with all these characters. Hey, man. Yeah, man. Like, I mean, I support it. I support it. So I can't say I've seen something I didn't like with this roster. What do you think? Yeah, I think I'm okay with it. Yeah. Yeah, as far as like roster selections, I mean, I would have liked to get T'Challa. Instead of Shuri, but I do believe that, I think they went out of their way to mention that T'Challa was injured because they plan on introducing him later as DLC. I think they're going to introduce T'Challa as DLC later on. Around the new Black Panther movie, perhaps. I'm cool with the roster. Say, mean with playstyle? Oh, playstyle. I feel like they've done very well. Representing the characters' playstyles. 100%. I absolutely agree. And one thing that I noticed, like, I think their playstyles, like all the individual characters' playstyle was so dope that was one thing I kind of didn't like about the game, because it felt like the game mechanics themselves restricted you to the point to where you couldn't fully enjoy the characters' playstyles as they were constructed. It felt like the mechanics of the game were kind of like impeding your ability to really flex with these characters' playstyles. It really seems like they've tuned the game around that now a little bit better, which what you're gonna do throughout the course of development. That's normal, but yeah, I think the individual characters' playstyles have all been cool. They've all been cool, like even just looking at like Star-Lord is dope. Like Miss Marvel is crazy. Doom is crazy. Storm is nuts. Like even if we're going back to like the original reveals, Iron Man is nuts. Like Iron Man's crazy. Captain America, we ain't even got to talk about that dude. Like Captain America, like his shield shenanigans are crazy. Like the play styles of these characters are really cool. They have really cool play styles. I'm just glad that they're, kind of like opening the game mechanics up to really, you know, allow people to be creative with these play styles, because the play styles themselves are really good. Stretch this out a little bit. But yeah, I agree. And I'm looking forward to playing it, you know, extensively. I plan on playing it pretty extensively, you know, in the next couple weeks. You know, I'm going to be standing in that line. I'm gonna be standing in that line multiple times, probably, because Magneto is in this build. Magneto is in this build. I needs that. Like, Magneto might be the character I was looking forward to the most. Like, he looks really cool. He looks really cool. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what he got going on. Yeah, I want to see what he got up. Let's see. And again, for those who have not, please hit the like button. Please and thank you. But yeah. I can't wait. Less than 2 weeks from now, I will be playing Tokon. I will be playing Magneto. That's the main thing. We're gonna keep the main thing, and the main thing is that I'm gonna be running Magneto, man. So let's talk about that. I wonder who else is gonna be in that build, though. Like, I wonder, like, what the character tally for that build is going to be now. Because I know from the last build, Shuri was playable, but Hulk was not. And now in this newest build, Magneto will be present. So that goes. Got the original 8. Then we had Wolverine that was playable. Penny Parker was playable. So that brings it up to 10. Shuri was playable. And now Magneto. So what was that? 12 characters? 12 characters that should be playable at this next build. So yeah, I'll definitely I'll be trying out, you know, Magneto extensively, and I'll be trying out Wolverine as well. I'll probably try out all the new characters. I'll probably, you know, pick Wolverine, Magneto, Shuri, and I ain't picking no Penny Parker. I'm not picking up Penny Parker. And probably either are Danger and Magic playable, like on the public builds. I know like Maximilian and, you know, Sajam and all them got that behind closed doors, you know, access. Were Magic and Danger playable in the public builds? But I may try out Magic as well. But yeah, they've come around. They've impressed me with the roster, and I'm looking forward to this last reveal. This last reveal, it's got to be crazy. Like, we're probably gonna get Wanda. We're probably gonna get Wanda and Deadpool at the very minimum. I don't know who that last person could be. You know, y'all have had y'all speculations, but you know, won't have to speculate much longer. Yeah, it's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire though, especially with the announcement of a new beta. A new beta is gonna be crazy. Count me in. Count me in. Yo, that's, yeah. We'll get this voice focus out of here. We're done. We're done. All right. But yeah. Just kind of wanted to politic about that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just politicking that. Let's see. What was going to be the last thing we kick it about, man? A little bit of FF7 to close it out. The FF7 to close it out. Then after that, we're gonna just kick it about whatever, talk about whatever, play whatever, you know. 'Cause we still only at like an hour and a half, you know. Only an hour and a half in. We still cooking. Let's see. Actually, what I'm gonna do also, I'm gonna boot up my version of Rebirth. All right, there we go. There we go. Yeah, figure I can run through my, well, you know what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let's see, because been acting a little weird. Things been a little weird. We're just gonna test some things out real quick. See, getting this weird error message. Fatal error. I don't like that. All right, you know what? Steam. Reopen Steam. All right. Oh, it's still wilding. see. Said, what's wrong with the game? Good question. Sometimes it wants to boot up, other times it doesn't. All right. There we go. Y'all hear it? Desync LVR. There we go. All right, y'all hear it? Bet. Yeah, bump everything up, man. Bump it up. Bump it up. All right. Language, text, and audio. Okay. All right, bet. Yeah. All right. But yeah. Let's see. Hold on. All right. See, that's weird. Okay. I feel like my FPS counter is broken. All right. Anyway, not important. Let's see. Throw that off. All right. Now, I thought I had it. Hold on. Okay. I thought I had it all set up to where my texture pack was loaded last week, but turns out it wasn't. But this is what the texture pack, the 4K texture pack that you can load, load via mods. This is what it looks like, you know, once it's fully implemented correctly. It looks worlds better. Looks worlds better. So like when we start our official Final Fantasy VII Rebirth ride along in the coming weeks, it will be we'll be looking righteous. Boom. I parry those, boy. I parry those, boy.
Finish it. on you.
Oh, the hell? Yeah, I was gonna say, bring your ass over here. Bring your ass over here and see what happened. All right. Bring that down just a little bit. All right. But yeah, when we start the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth ride along in the coming weeks, it's going to be looking all the way righteous. It's going to be a little bit more of a modded experience. It's going to be streamlined because, you know, I don't want to stretch it out too much. But, you know, we're going to be covering mainly just the story beats of everything. We're going to be covering the story beats and having extensive conversation about it. Oh, man. Insects. But yeah. It's gonna be a really cool experience. I'm looking forward to it. And any input of things that you guys would like to see or like to make sure that we cover and talk about during that experience, I would love your input on it. You know, 'cause we're gonna be talking a lot about, you know, remake, rebirth, and of course Revelation. But it will be really dope. It'll be really dope. You know, we're gonna have our, you know, our mods all loaded. It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire. I'm gonna go back to all right. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to show you guys the texture pack in various areas. So we're gonna move around a little bit. Actually, don't even have to do that. I don't want to go to locations that, you know, people have not seen or too early in the game or I hate when games get patched. I hate when games get patched and just break what's not broken, you know. That bothers me. All right, let me see. But yeah, that's some of the texture pack that we're gonna be going through, you know, when we start the official ride along for it, you know. It's gonna be a fun time. It's gonna be a fun time. It's always a fun time, you know, gushing about my favorite game, you know. Let's see. All right. But yeah, we're gonna go through the entire series. We're gonna go through remake. Then we're gonna go into this one, Rebirth. And depending on, you know, how soon we blow through these two games, we may even play the OG. But these two games for sure. Yeah. Go to extra settings. Okay. Yeah. That's weird. Okay. I don't know why my FPS counter is busted right now, but shoot you up, chitty bang bang. Let's talk about it. I was early. Okay. Yeah, there's some things behind under the hood that I may have to get under control. The small update kind of like busted these mods, so I had to like retroactively de-update the game. I had to unupdate, you know, so that, you know, some of the mods that I had that I loved would still work, but de-updating the game kind of, you know, threw things off just a little bit. So we gonna figure that out. We're gonna figure that out in the, you know, behind the scenes. I ain't gonna put y'all through that process. But yeah, we got the Final Fantasy VII blowout coming. It's on the way. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be righteous. Let's see. Let's see. All right. But yeah. I ain't, you know, I ain't had nothing else really left on the plate. If y'all ain't got nothing to talk about, man, y'all got any questions, any things y'all want to kick it about, things that's just sitting on your mind that you want to throw at your boy, holla at me. If not, man, we can go ahead and call it a Saturday, because I know a whole lot of people, you know, they want to watch the finals and all that, man. I ain't had too much. I ain't had too much on the plate today. Y'all know how it is on Saturdays, man. We kind of just kick it. We just kick it and we just, you know, we go with the flow. We go with the flow. But yeah. If ain't nothing else too much going on, man, we can go ahead and wrap it here, man. But as always, man, I appreciate everybody pulling up, watching this on the back end, man. Y'all know the spiel by now. Be sure to follow up on your boy at Official Jedi on everything. That's Official JETTEYE. That's on IG, Twitter, or X, Threads, you know, Twitch, all that, everything. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody. You know, be sure to take care of yourselves and each other, man. And we'll be back next week, man. We'll be back next week. Yo, the countdown to Evo is on. Your boy is very excited. So, yeah, man, we'll talk about that more next week, man. Take care of yourselves and each other. I'm up out of this thing. Peace.